Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to our live talk show. As you can see, today Biza is taking sick leave, so I have to do this broadcast alone. But don't worry, tomorrow I would like to do this session again together with Biza, so you will get the interpretation from him. Okay? So I will speak very slowly today, and let's study together. And I would like to share some ideas about today's title. Okay, let's move on to our PowerPoint as usual. So can you show our PowerPoint? Okay. My title, or in other words, a caption for this live is "What is going on? The strong U.S. dollar after Labor Day holidays and non-farm payroll." Okay, what is going on with the strong U.S. dollar after Labor Day's holidays and non-farm payroll? The first of this Monday, the last Monday was a holiday, right? That was the end of the holiday of the Labor days. And the Friday, as you already noticed and observed the price movement of non-farm payroll. Let's talk about the non-farm payroll first. The first of all, statistics came out and US dollar sharply went down. But after that, you see, the price reaction moved back to the original price and then come up to the very high. The difference between the beginning and the middle of the night is over 2 yen. 2 yen against US dollar. So fluctuation was very big. Okay, so US dollar is strong, but unfortunately, gold price fall down. Okay, and then this Monday was a holiday, right? We call it labor holidays. Okay, usually this is so-called we call it anomaly. Anomaly is the phenomenon. In other words, a situation or any circumstances which the trend cannot be explained in the logical or the mode. It's a kind of custom, see? It's a kind of sentiment. Why we call it anomaly is I just mentioned to you, we cannot explain the reason why this market tendency was happened or will be happened. Okay, but anyway, after Labor Day holidays, a lot of big institutional investors are coming back from the summer holidays to the market. So after Monday, so Tuesday, we will have a lot of price movement. And also this after the holiday, you see, they would like to reconsider the market situation. If the market situation is strong, they would like to follow the trend and then enhance the market, I call it power, okay? So non-farm payroll was very weak once the indicator came out. But because of this Labor Days, holidays nearly end, so they would like to recover the market. This power was very strong, okay? I said big institutional investors are coming back to the market, and then a lot of U.S. company, they would like to get the fundraising from the investors. So I said fundraising becoming more active. This tendency boosts the market, particularly for the currency, dollar become very strong. Okay, and then non-farm payroll, as I mentioned to you, weak announcement of non-farm payroll disappointed investors, but because of this, Labor Days, holidays nearly end, that moment. So non-farm payroll pushed down the yield, but recovered soon because of the people would like to come back to work on the Friday. Friday is still holiday, but they know that the Monday is end of the summer holidays, so they would like to improve the market trend from the Friday night. And actually, dollar yen moved. Dollar yen sank nearly 1 yen, but after that they recovered 1 yen and then continue to raise up the market another 1 yen. So total movement of the non-farm payroll is over 2 yens. Okay, always this kind of anomaly sometimes happen. Okay, and then here the third one, financial authority. This is a really big impact towards the U.S. Institutional investors. Financial authority has issued instruction to make to medium-sized banks to increase funding. Do you still remember Silicon Valley Bank went to bankruptcy, right? This is a kind of financial tragedies. And then U.S. did a lot of practicing to avoid this kind of tragedies. And then U.S. government always asks medium-sized, not a big size, medium-sized banks to enhance their capital. We call it capital adequacy ratio. The bank has to have adequate enough capital against the client's asset. Otherwise, it doesn't feel satisfaction, client doesn't feel safe towards the bank, right? So government always asks bank to prepare enough cash to cover the client's asset, okay? And even the medium-sized bank received such administrative orders to enhance the cash balance. How do they do the such raising? That is the private bond. They have to issue another bond and then get the loan from investor. So I think at this time, these medium-sized bank will get the funding raising from the people amounted to $40 billion US. So $40 billion US bond will be issued up to certain period. So this happen, this kind of practicing procedures happen usually. Bond market, the price of the bond will boost up. But opposite side. So many people buy the bond, and then the bonds will be distributed, 40 billion, okay? So value of the bond will going down, but the yield, in other words, the interest rate, will going up. That is the reason why US dollar these days very strong since non-farm payroll night. Many people mentioned that Jackson Hole and the Fed watch, according to your technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and then you came up to some conclusion strategies that the US dollar become strong or weak, or gold price will go up or down. But market, of course, will be sensitively influenced by this kind of analysis. But more than that, okay, the market will be influenced by the hot news. Once U.S. government decided to issue the instruction to the medium-sized bank saying that you bank has to raise the fund to stabilize your management, okay, business management. So medium-sized bank has to issue the private bond to their investor, and then they get the fundraising. Okay, so many 40 billion bonds are scattered all over the U.S. So bond value, the price of the bond will going down, but the yield will going up, right? This is a usual practice. And then this time, investor also consider to purchase a lot of US dollars, US government bond as well. So I said private bonds, like a medium-sized bank bond, okay, are distributed with government bond, which resulted to boost the high yield of the bonds market. Recently, I checked this is a 10 years bond, 4.931. This is yesterday's the price. High yield will be continued, but temporary, until they receive the 40 billion US dollars, I would say, fundraising from the public. This operation will be continued. So I presume until they achieve the final goal of the 40 billion US dollar to satisfy, again, I would say, capital adequacy ratio, they will continue to issue the bond. So more bond issued, the bond price will going down, but the yield will going up. Because you see, if the bond or government, if they don't put the good yield, people will not buy the bond, right? That is the usual practice. Always, if you want to borrow some money, you have to put a certain good rate of the yield. So that because no matter how non-farm payroll figure was bad, because of this structural things of the United States economy, US dollar become very strong. And then I presume this tendency will be continued up to the end of this 40 billion US dollars bond issued, okay? So be careful. Now, up to now, I just mentioned that US dollar private placement, I mean the bond, private bond price going up, and private bond, the yield will going up together with the government bond yield, okay? So the gold price will going down. Actually, today gold price was going down, right? Maybe because of this kind of hot news scattered around the currency market and then the gold market. As I mentioned to you many times, gold has not many news, but gold will be strongly influenced by the impact of the international American government bond yield. Okay, so more you study about the American bond together with the government bond, you will get some idea. Okay, so once you see this news, Labor Days, holidays over, a lot of institutional investor coming back to the market. What they have to do, they would like to do the fundraising. And then in order to get the fundraising, a lot of company has to issue the bond from the public. So more bond distributed in the market, bond, the price will going down, but yield will going up. As I mentioned to you, in order to get the fundraising, they have to offer a good yield, right? So this is the reason. This is the reason why US dollar is now very strong. So gold price will going down. This is my scenario. I hope you get some ideas from these scenarios, and be careful to trade with gold, particularly this week. I think this tendency will be continued within this year. Okay, so after this year, a lot of medium-sized U.S. banks, they already fulfill capital adequacy ratio, so they don't have to do the fundraising anymore. Not like this year, okay? So yield will not going up. And then, as you know, Federal Reserve, they might consider to raise only one time. They would like to reflect to price in the interest hike, already 90 something, right? So those tendencies are already priced in. So interest rate will not go up drastically like the past several months. And also this operation will be soon finished. But until then, I think dollar will continue to be very strong. And on the contrary, gold price will be a little bit weak. So these 2 points I want you to bear in mind and trade gold. Or if you are a dollar trader, you can have two options, okay? Dollar yen, if you're a buyer for the US dollar and against the Japanese yen, you can get the swap point, okay? If you trade the 0.01 lot, small lots, but you can get at least 10 cents per day, okay? So this will be a kind of risk hedge. So please be careful to trade gold or US dollar. And then you have to think about the swap point as well, okay? For your good size of trading, okay? So tomorrow, as I promised to you, Visa will come back. And then I would like to speak the same things again, together with some additional information. And Visa will translate my words to a clear language for you to understand more easily. Okay? Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned with us. See you tomorrow.